What's up, everybody? It's your pal Billy with Altcoin Buzz. Bakkt coming soon in 2 days for their testing. It starts on July 22nd. We're going to be covering that as it happens. I'm not expecting anything crazy to happen right away, but everything needs a beginning, and Bakkt is about to get started. Okay, Michael Novogratz recently tweeted out in response to some crypto personality on crypto Twitter, Rhett Cryptography, saying, if Bitcoin fell to $100, how much would you buy? Michael Novogratz responded by saying, if Bitcoin goes to $100, it's game over. It won't. It's already established itself as a store of value. Stop wasting your time with these tweets and go outside and enjoy the summer. Bitcoin is consolidating before its next move higher. Let it work for you. Good advice there, Mike. I agree with you. Speaking of Bakkt, this from ccn.com. Bitcoin approaches second inning as Bakkt exchange launch nears. All right, so July 22nd is the date of that test, all right? So we all know that there's been huge delays. All right, so Bakkt launch has taken longer than many in the crypto community expected, but the wheels are in motion. July 22nd is the date. And I want to remind you all that Bakkt is very confident in the demand that they believe will come from institutional investors regarding Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Okay, data from Greenwich Associates, they tweeted this out, by the way, on July 3rd. I'll have this linked in the description. But data from Greenwich Associates found that 72% of institutional finance executives believe cryptocurrencies will have a place in the industry's future. I know I've told you that before, but do not discount what that means, and do not sleep on the fact that 72% of institutional finance executives believe cryptocurrencies do have a place in the future. I'm guessing a lot of those people think that Bitcoin will be a part of that future. To follow up on that, Bakkt event displays rising interest in Bitcoin futures. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission, which is critical in the launch of Bakkt's Bitcoin futures contract, also had representation. Fundstrat's report indicates that the CFTC is seeing growing demand and interest for Bitcoin futures from the public. The unveiling of Bitcoin futures contracts by the CME and CBOE was largely considered to mark the beginning of the crypto bull market of 2017. Soon it will be clear whether history will have a way of repeating itself. Bakkt is not the only institution that is starting to recognize. Fidelity's crypto arm has officially applied to operate in New York as a trust. This by Isabel Woodford of theblockcrypto.com. All right, so Fidelity Digital Assets has officially applied to the New York Department of Financial Services for a trust license, according to several sources familiar with the matter. Competition's starting to heat up, folks. All right, we all know what the result is when that happens. You get higher quality products, you get higher quality institutions that like to bring what they can offer to the table in order to capture market share. Fidelity Digital Assets also now joins the likes of ICE's pending crypto platform Bakkt, which has also applied for a New York trust license to be a qualified custodian to store the Bitcoin underpinning its future contract. All of this noise about Bakkt, Fidelity, all this institutional and regulated crypto exchanges coming is bringing a lot of attention Bitcoin's way, but what about the altcoins? This from Cointelegraph.com. As Bitcoin dominance grows, what does that mean for altcoins? All right, so Bitcoin has more than tripled in 2019. We saw it move from $4,000 up to $14,000 in June. In the earlier part of 2019, altcoins seemed to be performing strongly, which many had called that trend an alt season. Was it? Not sure if you can call that an alt season. Alt season to me means that every single altcoin, regardless of fundamentals, is showing some growth, at least versus Bitcoin. Is that reasonable? No, but to me, that's kind of what altcoin season was. Back in the earlier part of January, I think we kind of just saw some of the altcoins with better fundamentals pumping, right? We saw Binance and its rise, BNB rather. We saw Litecoin lead the way. It's approaching its halving. All right, let's move on. So, however, since Bitcoin began its 2019 charge, starting with the April Fool's Day rally, most altcoins seem to be slipping when compared to the top-ranked cryptocurrencies. Slipping is an understatement. Bitcoin has been dominating. Here you can take a look at this chart, which graphs in together both Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, a whole bunch of other different altcoins here. We've seen this chart before. Okay, this is the more updated one. Look at that rise right there. Okay, Bitcoin just dominating. We'll have this linked in the description if you want to check that out. Now, me personally, I do hold some altcoins, but you best believe that Bitcoin is in my portfolio and in a big way, and it's going to stay that way. But altcoins, I do think will have a rally eventually. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I do think that you are going to see some of the 2017, 2018 projects that continued with their fundamentals. They continue with their development, and they are delivering real-world products with real-world solutions that have real-world use cases. I do think we can see some of them perform well here soon. That also goes for any 2016 and 2017 cryptocurrency that meets that same criteria. However, the attention right now is on Bitcoin. We'll see how long that lasts. Bitcoin dominance, by the way, at 65.1%. The market cap of the entire crypto space, $290 billion. Bitcoin's market cap, $189 billion at $10,617 for the price of one Bitcoin. So should you sell alts? Well, I don't know the answer to that. I am not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you exactly what to do. I'm not selling my alts right now. I am keeping them, and I am adding to both my Bitcoin stacks as well as some of my altcoin stacks with each paycheck that I get. So at the end of the day, everybody needs to find their own reasons for buying a cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin. Okay, if you don't understand Bitcoin, you shouldn't be buying it. Okay, you got to do the very base fundamentals, understanding what this is that you're buying with anything. Okay, I'm just kind of laying out some reasons here as to why I continue to buy Bitcoin and some of the altcoins that I think have performed or at least developed well during the bear market. All right, news.bitcoin.com brings us this: Ethereum's wrapped Bitcoin set to eclipse Lightning Network capacity. Since the project launched a little over 6 months ago, wrapped Bitcoin, or WBTC, has roughly $5.9 million or 558 Bitcoin locked into the system. At the rate WBTC's token contract is climbing, the project is close to surpassing the Lightning Network's capacity in the near future. All right, so what is this WBTC? Well, wrapped Bitcoin is a token on Ethereum network backed by Bitcoin and pegged to its value. In the same way that a company offering a US dollar-backed stablecoin has a reserve of US dollars in theory, wrapped Bitcoin involves locking up amounts of Bitcoin. The purpose of this is to bring liquidity over to the Ethereum network and allow for funds held in Bitcoin to be used within applications on the Ethereum network, including decentralized finance. Okay, a lot of this is being headed by BitGo, Kyber Network, and Ren, formerly known as Republic Protocol. Okay, they revealed the creation of that new ERC20 token project called Wrapped Bitcoin. Speaking of Kyber Network, okay, Kyber Network surpasses 827,000 ETH in total transaction volume. This is from multiwins.com. Okay, Kyber Network, a blockchain-based liquidity aggregator that provides seamless value exchange among the world's digital assets, is on track to interconnect the world's fragmented $280 billion digital asset ecosystem. Since the mainnet released a year ago, Kyber's use has increasingly spiked, surpassing 827,000 ETH in total transaction volume and 1 million tokens burned. Kyber Network is at 19 cents, up 6.6% in US dollar value on the day. They're ranked 129 with a $32 million market cap and around $5 million for their 24-hour trading volume. This is pretty cool. If you were wanting to use Bitcoin, I guess, on the exchanges and to trade with Bitcoin, but you needed it to be a little faster, maybe this would be a solution. For me, I am totally fine waiting on Bitcoin to arrive to those exchanges or through the ledger. So I just use Bitcoin myself, but always cool to see more projects try to bring more liquidity to the network, including Ethereum projects or ERC20 based projects reaching over and collaborating and trying to help the liquidity scenario for Bitcoin. Also, in other news, just to update the community, John McAfee, who we all know is famous for predicting, to say the least, Bitcoin's price by 2020, thinks it's going to reach 1 million. And if it doesn't reach 1 million, well, I'll let you use Google to figure out what his end of the bet is there. Okay, he recently tweeted out that the CIA has attempted to collect us. We are at sea now and will report more soon. I will continue to be dark for the next few days. Okay, here you can see John on his boat with his wife carrying some guns. John followed up by saying, I am a presidential candidate with 1.2 million followers. My crime is not filing tax returns, not a crime. The rest is propaganda by the U.S. government to silence me. My voice is the voice of dissent. If I am silenced, dissent itself will be next. John, stay careful out there. Godspeed, man. Don't do anything stupid. We're going to need you for this next bull run. Maybe take your finger off that trigger there. Let's just keep our heads cool. And let's hope that everything's okay with John McAfee and his staff moving forward. If you've been enjoying these videos, please consider subscribing to Altcoin Buzz, ringing that bell, liking this video. All right, if you want to check us out on Twitter, that'd be fantastic. We also have an Instagram if you want to give that a look. It's your pal Billy with Altcoin Buzz. Until next time, peace.